Okay, guys. Um, this is my first stream in a long time. I think I have a new computer than I did when I did the last stream, so I'll just kind of reintroduce myself, and then I'm gonna do some vibe coding with Codex, the GPT uh, 5 model, just to see how that works out. I've been using Augment Code, and I like that, but I wanted to try Codex and see what it does. Um, Anyway, so I am totally blind, I am hearing impaired, and I'm a developer from Pennsylvania, and I love playing around with AI stuff. I took an AI boot camp here um, not too long ago, and I've really enjoyed just playing around with AI stuff as well as developing. I work at Penn College for in the Disability and Access Resources Department part time, and I do this sort of the rest of the time, and I'm very involved in my church, and that's about it for an introduction. So I'd be curious if anybody visually watches this, if they can actually see my screen and see me, and if it looks okay, because I had somebody help me with that, but obviously I'm totally blind, so I can't see anything. So you'll hear my screen reader also, because I wanted to make it kind of realistic. So let me bring up Visual Studio Code.
Start window. Search window. Visual Studio Code.
There we go.
Visual Studio Code. Agent. Document. Use the accessible buffer Alt plus F2 to manually review output. Use the accessible buffer Alt plus F2 to manually review output. Warning: PowerShell detect blank. Number insert into profiles.
Okay, it did open my project here.
Files Explorer tree view. Level 2 main.py 20. Level 1 collapsed.
Okay, so I have an app that I'm making for Christians to find answers to their questions about the Bible. I made a Android app using React Native, um, and I have a Python backend that goes to OpenAI and gets the answers. And I want to make a web app just for fun with the same basic idea. So I set up a hotkey to bring up Codex of Control Shift L. So I'm gonna hit that. Now let me make sure.
Church-sermons backend not selected.
Okay, yeah.
Visual Studio Code.
Whoops.
Overview of how to get up. Welcome Visual Studio Code.
I hit the wrong
main.py mobile app
There we go. Okay.
Main.document. Section multi-line editable blank.
Okay, so I'm gonna say create a next.js app that uses this backend. Whoops.
U.S. space.
That uses this backend to reproduce my React Native front end on the web. It should be accessible. Whoops.
S. And on the web. It should be accessible.
There we go. Let's see, what else do I want? I think that's good enough to start. So I'm gonna hit enter and let it do its thing.
Recent menu button collapse submenu menu button collapse submenu button clickable yay. Got everything.
Okay.
Document. No next edit field. And on the web. It pro then. Out of section clickable ran PowerShell.e clickable thinking. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe dash no profile dash command get dash child item. Clickable drafting multi dash step migration plan.
I don't want a migration plan, I just want a new app. I hope it's not going to modify my existing app.
Clickable examining React Native app setup. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe no profile command. Clickable inspecting app folder structure. Clickable examining key file. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe no profile. Clickable escaping parentheses in paths. Clickable analyze. Clickable ran PowerShell.e. Clickable analyzing context files for feature replication. Clickable ran PowerShell.e. Clickable planning next.js project structure. Clickable ran PowerShell. Clickable opening settings.tsx to investigate. Clickable ran PowerShell. Clickable checking subscription screen and contexts. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe no. Clickable identifying key features to mimic. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe. Clickable planning next.js web app setup. Clickable ran PowerShell.e. Clickable planning next.js app architecture. Clickable ran PowerShell. Clickable preparing next.js replication plan.
Seems like it's going along pretty well here. I'm just hitting the down arrow to move through what Codex is saying here.
Clickable ran PowerShell.exe. Clickable inspecting color palette for next.js theme integration. Clickable ran PowerShell. Clickable identifying component for reuse. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe no profile command quote get clickable examining core conversation UI file. Clickable outlining next.js app architecture. Clickable outlining next.js app setup. Thinking. Clickable run this command.
Okay, it wants to run a command. Let me see what it wants.
Button approve once. Button approve the session. Button reject. $PowerShell.exe no profile command new item type directory path church sermons web app force. Section multi-line editable. So is there a usage limit for Codex?
Okay, so it wants to create a new directory for the web app, which is good.
Clickable reject button. Approve the session button. Approve once button. Main.py-mobile-app button space blank. Section multi-line editable no indent out of column 126. Row 25 column 2 plus right brace. Column 125. Row 24 column 2 plus quote type script quote colon quote caret row column row column 115.
What's it doing here?
Clickable button. Copy button. Button space table with 26 rows out of button plus 26 button package.j creating.
Oh, okay. It's creating a package JSON. Gotcha. Alright.
Button reject. Button allow the session.
I'm going to click allow this session and see. Codex has a bug where in Visual Studio it doesn't let you just let it go. It wants to approve everything. Let me see if they fix that. Probably not, but...
Main.py-mobile-app-visual studio code document. No indent 1 out of 4 tasks completed. Clickable configuring TypeScript setup. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. Plus 26-0. Button clickable no indent configuring TypeScript setup. Thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Button allow. Button reject. Clickable creating. Buttons config.json.
Okay, it's creating a TypeScript file.
Button reject. Button allow the session. Button allow once. Button allow the session. Unknown. Main.py-mobile-app-visual studio code document. Application. Document. Document. 2 files changed plus 50-0. Button reject. Button allow 1. Apply these changes. Button allow. Button clickable creating. Button next.config.mjs.
Okay, it's creating a next.config file.
Creating. Button allow once.
Okay, that's
but main.py-mobile-app-visuals. Button allow this. Button reject. Clickable creating. Button next-env.d.ts. Create button allow once. Main.py-mobile-app-visual studio code document. Main.py-mobile-app button allow the set button reject. Clickable creating. Button.slint.json. Create button allow the session.
Creating an ESLint file.
Main.py-mobile-app- button trap space blank. Clickable no indent plus 10-0. Button.gitineary. Creating. Button reject. Button allow the session. Button allow once. Main.py-mobile-app- button space. No indent 6 files changed plus 80. Button track all changes. Space blank. Section multi-line editable no out of but 6 clickable button space. No indent 1 out of 4 tasks completed. Thinking. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. Button space. Clickable no indent outlining next.js app scaffolding and contexts.
Okay, so it's thinking.
Thinking. Clickable run this command. Button approve once. Button approve the session.
Let's see what it wants to do.
Button reject. $PowerShell.exe no profile command new item type directory path src force.
Okay, it wants to put my code in an SRC file.
Button reject. Button approve once.
Alright, that's fine.
Main.py mobile app Visual Studio Code document. Main.py mobile app Visual Studio Code document. Application. Document. Document. Clickable. 1 out of 4 tasks completed. Button approve the session. Button approve. Run this command. Thinking. Clickable creating src/app directory. Thinking. Clickable run. Button approve. Button approve. Button reject. $PowerShell.exe no profile command new item type directory path src/app force. Button reject. Button approve once. Button approve the session. Button approve once. Main.py mobile app Visual Studio Code document. Application. Document. Document. Clickable 1 out of 4 tasks completed.
Okay, let's see what it wants to do here.
Button approve the session. Button reject. $PowerShell.exe no profile command new item type directory path src/app left paren auth right paren force.
Okay, it's creating
Button approve the session.
the authentication, which is fine.
Main.py mobile app Visual Studio Code document. Main.py mobile. Button reject. $PowerShell.exe no profile command new item type directory path src/app left paren auth right paren /login. Button reject. Button approve the session. Unknown. Main.py mobile app Visual Studio Code document. Application. Document. Document. 6 files changed plus 81-0. Button reject. $PowerShell.exe no profile command new item type directory path src/app about force. Button reject. Button approve the session. Unknown. Main.py mobile app Visual Studio Code document. Application. Document. Document. 6 files changed plus 81-0. Button reject. $PowerShell.exe no profile command new item type directory path src/app settings force. Button reject. Button approve the session.
So it's creating the directories for the different pages, probably.
Main.py mobile app Button reject. $PowerShell.exe no profile command new item type directory path src/app subscription. Reject button. Approve this session. Button. Main.py mobile app Visual Studio. 6 files changed plus 81-0. Button approve the session. Unknown. Main.py mobile app Visual Studio Code document. Application. Document. Document. 6 files changed. Button approve the session. Unknown. Main.py mobile app Visual Studio Code document. Application. Document. Document. 6 files changed plus 81-0. Button reject. $PowerShell.exe no profile command new item type directory path src/components force. Button approve the session. Main.py mobile app Visual Studio Code document. Application. Button approve the session. Button. Main.py mobile app Visual Studio Code document. Application. Document. Document. 6 files changed plus 81-0. Button approve the session. Button. Main.py mobile app 6 files changed plus 81-0. Button reject. Section multi-line edit. Out of section clickable $PowerShell.exe no profile command new item type directory path src/types force. Button reject. Button approve the session. Main.py mobile app Visual Studio Code document. Main.py-mobile-app-visual studio code document. Application. Document. Document. 6 files changed plus 81-0. Button reject. $PowerShell.exe no profile command new item type directory path src utils force. Button reject. Button approve once. Button approve the session. Unknown. Main.py-mobile-app-
I'm still creating all the directories. I wish I could just let it go and let it do its thing, but it's not possible right now for some reason. That's why I like Augment Code a little bit better. But I wanted to try Codex and see how it did. And just because I already have a ChatGPT extension or subscription, and I just wanted to see how things worked. So let's see what it wants now.
Button allow the session. Button reject. Clickable creating. Button globals.css.
Oh, it's creating CSS.
Creating. Button allow once. Button allow the session. Unknown. Main.
Fine, I don't care about that. I mean, I do, but I don't, because I can't really see the changes anyway.
Button track. Section multi-line editable. So is there a usage limit for out of section clickable button track all changes? 7 files changed plus 214 clickable button space. No indent 1 out of 4 tasks completed. Button. No button. Out button. No indent button space. Menu button collapse sub menu button collapse. Menu button collapse sub menu no indent GPT-5 codex.
Okay, let's see.
Section multi-line editable. So is there a out of 7 files changed clickable button space. No indent 1 out of 4 tasks. Clickable running PowerShell.exe no profile command quote get content raw type / conversation.ts quote. Clickable outlining subscription and context setup. Clickable ran power. Clickable checking for transcript types. Clickable ran PowerShell. Clickable planning API module setup. Thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Button allow this. Button reject. Clickable creating. Button API.ts. Creating. Button reject. Button allow the session. Button main.
API, that's a good idea.
Button track all change. Clickable creating. Button Supabase client.ts. Creating. Button button allow the session.
Creating a Supabase client. That's fine.
Button main.py-mobile-app. Button track all change. Section multi-line editable. So out of 9 files changed plus 315-0. Button allow the session. Button reject. Clickable creating. Button theme context.tsx. Create. Button reject. Button allow the session. Main.py-mobile-app-visual studio code document. Main.py-mobile. Button track all change. Section multi-line editable. So is the out of 10 files changed. Apply these changes. Thinking. Clickable revising hydration logic to avoid blank screens. Thinking. Clickable. Button allow once. Button reject. Clickable editing. Button theme context.tsx. Plus 0-7. Button copy. Theme context. Allow the session button. Allow once button. Allow this. Unknown. Main.py-mobile-app-visual studio code document. Application. Document. Document. 10 files changed plus 400. OBS 3 2 points. OBS 3. Start recording button. End broadcast button. Stop streaming button. Scene transitions window. Add configure. End broad. Start record. Start virtual cam. Configure virtual studio mode button. Settings button. Audio mixer window. Properties for control studio. Start recording button. Main.py. Mobile app. Visual Studio Code row. Main.py-mobile-
Okay, I just wanted to check and see if my OBS Studio is working. It looks like it is. Hopefully this is being streamed. I guess I'll find out later, because I don't know how to check the chat right now. Let me see.
Button reject. Clickable creating. Button user.ts. Creating. Button allow once. Button allow the session. Button main.py-mobile-app-visual studio code document. Application. Document. Document. 10 files changed plus 432-0. Button track all changes. 11 click. No indent 1 out of 4 tasks completed. Button space. No indent 11 files changed plus 400. Button track space blank. Section multi-line editable, out of sec, button no indent auto context. Section multi-line editable, so is there, out of section clickable table with 204 rows and 2, clickable button, copy button, user context.tsx button, reject button, allow the session button, unknown, main.py-mo.
Starting the user context, which is fine.
Clickable button, copy button, user context.tsx button, clickable button, copy button, user.ts button, clickable button, copy button, clickable user context.tsx plus 204 button copy, button space, clickable no indent designing subscription and usage handling. Thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Button allow the set, button reject. Clickable creating. Button question usage.ts. Creating, button reject, button allow the session. 12 files changed plus 649-0. Button track all, space blank. Section multi-line editable no indent, so is there a usage limit, out of button no indent track 13 files changed plus 800. Apply these changes. Thinking. Clickable implementing subscription context setup. Think clickable apply button allow once, button allow, button clickable creating, button subscription context.tsx, create button allow the session. 13 files changed plus 844-0.
I'm gonna see if I can open YouTube Studio.
Start window. Search window. Google Chrome, app. New tab, Google Chrome window. New tab, Google Chrome region. Toolbar, address and search bar. B, space unsel. D, O. YouTube Studio. Clickable main landmark, clickable web result with side, clickable YouTube Studio heading level 3. Channel dashboard. Clickable banner landmark button collapse menu. Main landmark channel dashboard head button up link button go live link button create post clickable want to see metrics on your upload and publish a clickable button upload video blank. Clickable list with one item create your first post to link clickable out of list blank. Clickable heading level 2 channel analytics. Current subscribers 90. Separator summary. Last 28 days. Views 25 blank. Watch time hours 0.5. Clickable list with 5 items comments heading level 2. Clickable recent subscribers heading level 2. Clickable creator insider heading improvements to the shorts editor clickable what's new in studio. Clickable list with 3 items increasing shorts expansion upcoming changes to no next heading. Out of list channel
I can't find my screen.
Find dialog. Main landmark link button live. Button upload videos. Link button go live. Link button live. Button upload video link button create post. 0 matches dialog. Channel dashboard. YouTube clickable want to see metrics on your recent video. Upload and publish a video to get started. Clickable button upload videos blank. Clickable list with 1 item create your first post to start a conversation and get feedback from your community. Click create post. Go. Upload video. Navigation settings button. Audio library 9 of 9. Customization 8, earn 7 of 9, content detect, subtitles 5, community 4 of 9, analytics 3 of 9, content 2 of 9, dashboard current page 1 of, content 2 of, analytics, earn, customization, audio library, list with 2 items settings button, clickable but out of list button upload videos, link button go live, link button create post, go live, up navigate setting menu audio library button menu, earn content subtitles but content detection button menu item. Subcommunity analytics button content button menu item. Channel content tab short.
There we go. Okay.
Video list table. Filter edit has auto complete blank. Tab control. Videos tab selected 2 of 10. Shorts tab 3. Live tab 4 of 10. Selected. Video list table with visited link live. Visited link introduction. Visited link button details. Visited link introduction and test broadcast. Visited link button analytics. Link button view in live control room. Button live streaming. Live streaming, YouTube Studio alert. Live streaming, YouTube Studio document. Let viewers ask questions or weigh in on a topic. Clickable button close. Click link learn more. Link learn more. Link learn more. Clickable button close. Bullet add moderators to your chat. Bullet manage message. Bullet hide or put bullet set a delay between. Bullet choose who can participate. Blank. To build a positive live chat experience for you and your viewers. Moderation helps everyone feel safe. Clickable close button. Unknown live streaming, YouTube Studio document. Out of frame blank, blank, clickable. Clickable frame. Button red heart. Clickable. Clickable button engage with your audience. Clickable. Clickable button add emotes. Chat. Out of section chat. Clickable link learn more. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Heading level 2 clickable button more options. Heading level 2 button top fans. Heading level 2 clickable button collapsed live chat mode selection, top chat. Heading level 2. Out of frame clickable menu button editable opens list. Analytics chart concurrent viewers. Clickable. Average view duration. 0. Clickable. Views. 0. Clickable. Chat rate. 0. Clickable. Concurrent viewers. Clickable tab stream settings tab selected. Excellent connection. Clickable button edit. 0. Likes. 0. Concurrent viewers. October 25th. Scheduled for. Public. Privacy. People and blogs. Category. Introduction and test broadcast. Title. 25:54. Live. Clickable toggle button not press C subtitle / closed captions unavailable menu button collapse sub menu settings button F full screen F.
Okay, so there's nobody watching right now, but that's fine. Alright.
Button unavailable button M unmute. Button K stop live seek slider 25 minutes 56 seconds of button K stop live playback. Seeks blank. Navigation landmark list with 3 items clickable button send feedback, button channel level button pop out dashboard out of list button manage, banner landmark clickable menu button sub menu clickable button end stream, button share, button add stream marker button create highlight clickable, visited link YouTube Studio dashboard, button expand menu live streaming, system menu, main document, section multi-line editable so is there a usage limit for codecs? Main, snap assist window. Running application main.py-mobile-app-visual studio code. Row 15 column 2 plus right paren, semi. Clickable but copy button. Providers.tsx button.
Let's see what it wants.
Reject button. Allow the session button. Button clickable button providers.tsx. Creating. Button allow the session. Main.py-mobile-app-visual studio code document. Main.py-mobile-app-visual studio code document. Application. Document. 15 files changed plus 1000 button reject. Clickable creating. Button layout.tsx. Create button allow the session. Main.py-mobile button track space blank. Button no indent track all 16 files changed plus clickable button space. No indent 1 out of 4 tasks completed. Buttons no in button space blank. Clickable no indent plus 15-0 button copy. Button space. Table with 18 rows and 2 out of but plus button editing. Button reject. Clickable editing. Button globals.css editing. Button apply these changes. Thinking. Clickable enhancing skip link accessibility styles. Thinking. Click button allow once. Button allow the session. Button main.py-mobile-app-visual studio code document. Application. Document. 16 files changed plus 1000 button allow once. Apply the thinking. Clickable apply thinking. Clickable creating new conversation types file. Thinking. Click button allow the session. Button main.py-mobile-app-visual studio clickable button no indent 1 thinking. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. Plus 29-0. Button conversation.ts created. Button conversation.ts. Plus button space. Clickable no indent creating transcript summary interface. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe-no profile command quote rg context file. Clickable exploring interface. Clickable ran PowerShell.e. Clickable exploring interface definitions. 100 and clickable planning UI scaffolding and environment setup. Thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Button reject. Clickable creating. Button.env.example. Create button allow once. Button allow the session. 17 files changed plus 1091.
ENV file, very good.
Button track all space blank. Section multi-line editable no out of button 18 file clickable button space no indent 1 out of 4 task thinking. Clickable setting up minimal page placeholders. Thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Button reject. Clickable creating. Button page.tsx. Create button allow once. Button allow the session. Button 18 files changed plus 1096-0. Button track all change. Section multi-line edit. Out. Not clickable. No thinking. Clickable creating placeholder not dash found page. Thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow the session. Unknown. Main.py dash mobile dash app dash Visual Studio Code document. Application. Document. Document. 20 files changed plus 1001. Clickable button space. No indent apply these changes. Thinking. Clickable creating placeholder page file. Thinking. Clickable button allow the session. 20 files changed plus 1173-0. Clickable. No indent 1 out of 4 tasks completed. Thinking. Clickable creating placeholder pages. Thinking. Clickable apply button allow the session. Button main.py dash mo clickable buttons. No indent 1 out of 4 tasks thinking. Clickable adding placeholder for settings page. Thinking. Click button allow the session. Button main.py dash mobile dash app.
I will say Codex is very accessible. Augment Code doesn't provide this much detail sometimes about what it's doing. So that's a plus, but man, this whole approval process is really annoying. I've seen a GitHub issue where it talks about, the approval process on Windows, and a lot of people are upset about it, so hopefully they fix it soon. Because I don't really have a Mac to use. Try it on Mac to see if it's any better.
But apply these chain thinking. Clickable noting subscription placeholder. Thinking. Clickable noting subscription placeholder. O-T-I-N-G. Clickable button. Out of button clickable noting. O-N-O-T-I-N. Think. Click a button allow once. Button allow the session. Button main.py dash mo clickable button space. No indent 1 out of 4 tasks. Thinking. Clickable noticing placeholder file. Thinking. Clickable button allow once. Button allow the session. Unknown. Main clickable no indent thinking. Clickable button space. No indent thinking. Clickable 1 out of 4 tasks completed. Clickable thinking. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. Buttons. Clickable no indent verifying step 2 context and state setup. Thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed.
Alright, we're halfway there.
Button space. No indent 25 files changed plus 1329-0. Button track all changes. Space blank. Button no indent track all changes. 25 clickable button space. No indent 2 out of 4 tasks. Thinking. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe dash no profile dash command quote rg dash dash line dash number backslash quote supabase backslash quote app slash left paren tabs right paren slash index.tsx quote. Clickable investigating supabase usage in index.tsx. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe. Clickable searching components for transcripts. Clickable ran. Clickable searching for transcript references. Clickable ran. Clickable outlining next.js app implementation. Clickable verifying step 2 context and state setup. Clickable ran PowerShell. Clickable searching. Clickable Clickable ran PowerShell. Clickable inspecting question. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe dash no profile dash command quote. Clickable inspecting question count update. 560 dash first 140 right paren dash join backslash quote quote grab end quote. Clickable searching for conversation helper functions. Clickable app slash left paren. Clickable search. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe dash no profile dash command app slash left paren. Clickable searching for TDS function. Clickable preparing to adapt UI for web speech. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe dash no profile dash command quote get dash content dash raw components slash question limit display.tsx quote. Clickable preparing to replicate components in next.js. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe. Clickable preparing web feedback component. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe. Clickable creating brain trust module. Thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed. Thinking. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. Button clickable no indent implementing question limit display component. Thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks button space. No indent 26 files changed plus button track all changes. Section multi-line editable out of clickable no thinking. Clickable implementing question limit display component. Thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Button main.py dash mobile dash app dash visuals. Thinking. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. Plus 217-0 button space. Clickable no indent preparing subscription and feedback components. Thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks button space. No thinking.
Okay, so it's thinking.
Clickable 2 out of 4 task button space. No indent 27 files changed plus 1581-0. Button allow the session. Button allow once. Button main.py mobile app Visual Studio Code document. Application. Document. Document. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks complete button space. No indent 28 files changed. Button track all change. Section multi-line editable. So is there a usage limit? Button apply thinking. Clickable apply these change think. Clickable starting conversation message component. Think. Clickable button allow once. Button main.py thinking. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. Button no clickable 2 out of 4 tasks. Thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks. Thinking. Clickable button space. No indent thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed. Thinking. Clickable designing main layout and authentication. Clickable button space. Clickable no indent designing main layout. Thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Button reject. Clickable creating. Button auth.ts. Create button button allow once. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed. Thinking. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. Button space. No indent clickable 2 out of 4 tasks complete button space. No indent 2 out of 4 tasks complete. Thinking. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe no profile command quote left paren, get content app left paren, tabs right paren, /index.tsx bar select object skip. 200 first 200 right paren, clickable searching for start new conversation function. Clickable ran power app left paren. Clickable planning detailed page and interaction setup. Thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow one, button allow button clickable creating, button theme toggle.tsx. Creating, button allow the session. Button, 30 files changed plus 2117-0.
12:40 p.m. Notifications. Gmail, 11 minutes ago. Social Security. YouTube, 13 minutes ago. Honest Youth Pastor, image. Gmail, 25 minutes ago. Medium, your audience is growing. Gmail, 36 minutes ago. Terry Terlau via groups. Double. Gmail, 37 minutes ago. Anchor Goyle, Brain Trust product updates 10:20. Fitbit, 2 hours ago. Morning brief.
Button reject. Clickable creating. Button app header.tsx. Creating. Button allow this. Button allow one. Apply these changes. Thinking. Clickable identifying component focus. Clickable button space. Button no indent. Plus 41-0. Button theme toggle.t plus button clickable thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Thinking. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. Buttons, clickable thinking. Clickable correcting theme based background color. Thinking, clickable apply these change button allow once. Clickable 2 out of thinking. Clickable button space. No indent thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed, button space. No indent 32 files changed plus 2319-0. Click no indent clickable rewriting home page with state and speech support. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. But clickable thinking. Clickable apply these changes, button allow once. Unknown main.py mobile app visuals thinking. Clickable button space, button no indent copy. Button page.tsx deleted. Clickable rewriting home page with state and speech support. Clickable button copy button space. Clickable no indent planning full React component implementation. Thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed button space. No thinking. Clickable planning full React component implementation. Clickable button space. Clickable thinking.
While it's thinking, I'm gonna go see if anybody's
Live
watching.
streaming. YouTube Studio. Live stream banner landmark button expand. Visit clickable button create hot button add stream button share. Clickable button end clickable menu button sub navigation land list with 3 items button pop out dash button channel left clickable button send feedback out of list seek slider 26 minutes 30 button K stop live button M on mute button skip ahead toggle button not press C subtitles live 40:22 title intro category people and privacy public scheduled for October 20 concurrent view 0 likes 0 clickable excellent connection clickable tab stream set concurrent viewers clickable 0 chat rate clickable 0 views clickable 0 average view duration clickable analytics chart concurrent viewers system menu main file submenu alt plus F1 of 7 new text file control plus file submenu alt plus main.py dash mobile top main.py dash list item main.py mobile main.py live streaming YouTube Studio clickable menu button main.py dash mobile dash app dash Visual Studio Code document application document section multi out of sec column 1 607 row 606 column 2 plus window.speech synthesis.speak left paren clickable button copy button page.tsx button copy button graphic clickable menu button collapse clickable button table with 607 out of button no indent plus 600 button page.t creating button reject button allow the session 31 files changed plus 2250 button track all changes 30 clickable button space no button section multi out of section menu but sec out of third click no indent to thinking clickable ran PowerShell.exe dash no profile clickable thinking clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed button allow once button allow the session button reject clickable editing button page.tsx editing but thinking clickable apply these change think clickable designing new login page thinking clickable up button allow once thinking clickable button space clickable no indent preparing to create auth callback page thinking clickable run this command button approve once button approve button reject $PowerShell.exe dash no profile dash command new dash item type directory dash path src slash app slash auth slash callback button approve the session button 32 files changed clickable button space no indent 2 out of 4 tasks completed button approve the session button reject $PowerShell.exe dash no profile dash command new dash item type file dash path src slash app slash auth slash callback slash page.tsx button reject button approve the session button main.py dash mobile dash app clickable button space no indent 2 out of 4 tasks complete button no indent 32 files changed plus button track all changes space blank section multi-line editable out of button run this command thinking clickable starting file implementation thinking clickable run this button approve once clickable 2 out of 4 thinking clickable less slash div greater right paren colon left paren less p style equals left brace color colon var left paren dash less slash d clickable verifying context and subscription handling thinking clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed thinking clickable verifying context thinking click button approve once run this command thinking clickable verifying context thinking clickable run this command button approve button $PowerShell.exe dash no profile dash command set dash content dash path src slash app slash about slash page.tsx dash value quote import left brace app header right brace from it slash component slash layout slash app header semi blank export const metadata equals left brace reject but approve the session button but 32 files changed plus 2 clickable button space no indent 32 files change button track all changes space blank section multi-line editable no indent so out of button 30 click no indent thinking Clickable planning accessible settings page. Thinking, clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed, button space. No indent 32 files changed plus 3005-0. Button track all changes, space blank. Section multi-line editable no indent so is there a clickable approve this session button. Button, main.py-mobile-app-visual studio code document, application, document, 32 files changed plus clickable button space, no indent 2 out of 4 tasks completed, thinking. Clickable choosing patch application method. Clickable settings. Less clickable choosing patch application method. Patch. A-T-C-H space A-P-P-L-I-C-A-T-I-O-N space M-E-T-H-O-D-T. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow. Button allow. Button read clickable deleting. Button page.tsx. Button copy. Button space. Copy page. Reject button. Allow this session. No indent 32 files changed. Clickable button space. No indent 31 files changed plus 2900. Button track all changes. Space blank. Section multi-line editable no indent. Clickable button. Copy button. Button. Clickable creating new file with patch. Thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks button space. No indent 31 files changed plus 2983-0. Clickable no indent thinking. Clickable creating new file with patch. Clickable button space. Click thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks thinking. Clickable button space. Clickable no indent preparing for subscription page implementation. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe no profile command quote get content raw app left paren, tabs right paren, subscription.tsx quote. Clickable designing subscription page UI. Thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks button space. No indent 32 files changed plus 3218-0. Button approve the session. 32 files changed plus 3 clickable button space. No indent 2 out of 4 tasks completed. Button approve the session. Button reject. Button run this command. Thinking. Clickable preparing to apply patch. Clickable var left paren, dash primary right paren, right brace right clickable thinking. Clickable run this button approve once. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed. Thinking. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe no profile command quote remove item src app subscription page.tsx quote. Clickable applying the thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Click thinking. Clickable applying the patch. Click button page.tsx plus 155 button copy. Button space. Clickable no indent planning sermon detail fetching. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe clickable considering clickable ran PowerShell clickable considering path quoting for brackets. Clickable handling special characters in paths. Clickable implementing data fetching in page component. Thinking. Clickable run this command. Button approve once. Clickable 2 out of thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 clickable ran PowerShell.exe no profile command quote remove item src app sermon left bracket id right bracket page.tsx quote. Clickable creating new code thinking. Clickable creating new code file. Thinking. Clickable run this command. Button approve once. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed. Button space. No indent 2 out of 4 tasks thinking. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe no profile command quote get child item src app sermon quote. Clickable preparing to add file with special path. Thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 task button allow once. Main.py thinking. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. Button no indent thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 task clickable reviewing feature integration and API key usage. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe no profile command quote get content raw src lib braintrust.ts quote. Clickable adding API line key header. Thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Button main.py mobile thinking. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. But no indent thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed. Button space. Thinking. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. +2-1. button braintrust.ts. Plus button copy button space. Clickable no indent verifying state updates with conversation context. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe, thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks button space. No in thinking. Clickable \quote a \quote, thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 button space. No indent 32 files changed plus 3475-0. Clickable no indent 2 out of 4 tasks completed. Thinking. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe clickable thinking. Thinking. Clickable preparing to modify conversation logic. Thinking. Clickable run this command. Button approve once. Thinking. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed. Clickable preparing to apply patch to code block. Thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Clickable plotted button 32. Thinking. Clickable button space. No indent. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed. Thinking. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. Plus 5-3. Button space. Clickable. Thinking. Clickable reviewing function usage and cleanup. Thinking. Clickable apply these changes. Button allow once. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks complete. Thinking. Clickable button space. Button no indent copy. Plus 1-5. Button no indent thinking. Clickable 2 out of 4 tasks completed. Button space. No indent 32 files changed plus 3473-0. Space blank. Section multi-line editable out of button 30. Clickable button space. No indent 3 out of 4 tasks completed. Thinking. Clickable reviewing and organizing feature tasks. Clickable button space. Clickable preparing verification and file tracking. Clickable ran PowerShell.exe thinking. Clickable 3 out of 4 tasks completed. Button space. No indent 32 files changed plus 3000 button track all changes. 30 clickable but no indent 3 out of 4 tasks completed. List with 3 items bullet implemented Supabase OAuth login plus callback to button brain trust feedback T bullet recreated the button the app can reuse your bullet stood up out of list clickable finished working. Button copy message. Should be accessible. Create a Next.js app that uses this backend to reproduce my React Native front end on the web. Should be button copy message clickable finished working.
Oh, okay, we're done. Let me see what it did here.
List with 4 items. The app can reuse your backend contract and theme logic left paren. Button church-sermons-web-app/package.json:1. Bullet stood up a new Next.ed 14 web workspace with TypeScript, Supabase, and shared context providers so. The app can reuse your backend contract and theme logic left paren. Button church-sermons-web-app/package.json:1. Button church-sermons-web-app/src/app/providers.tsx:1. Bullet recreated the mobile left quote ask right quote experience on the web with accessible forms, conversation history, brain trust feedback, TDS playback, and question limit gating wired to the existing endpoints left paren. Button church-sermons button church bullet implemented Supabase OAuth login plus callback to complete registration plus themed header/navigation, about, settings, subscription, and sermon detail pages that mirror the native content while staying keyboard/screen-reader friendly left paren. Button church bullet added backend helpers for brain trust feedback web client button out of list tests dependent next steps tests dependencies aren't installed yet, so npm run lint/npm test weren't executed. Next steps list with 3 items 1. cd church-sermons-web-app and npm install to pull the tool chain. 2 configure.env.local from .env.example with your backend and Supabase credentials. 3 run npm run dev to verify the new web UI against your fast API backend. Out of list 32 files changed plus 3 button space, button no indent.env.example. Button plus 5 dash button space, button no indent.slender.json.
Alright, so I'm going to end the stream for now, and then I'll come back later and test the app that I made, that AI made, and see how it does. So let me end the stream. If anybody watches this, let me know in the comments. Anyway, this was fun.
Live streaming, YouTube Studio, OBS 3.2, start virtual camera button, start recording button, and